in that hurdle.
Absolutely. If I hadn't, I probably would not get on the fray to do this.
You're welcome back. Still watching ABC in the morning live on ABC News. GHIM Abuna Manti. Up next is the segment where your voice and your voice alone is what matters, and your voice is what we want to hear. Ghana Speaks is up next.
Times are hard in Ghana, extremely hard.
As we gear towards the 2024 general elections, there has been conversations around having a presidential debate. Will it happen or not? This is Ghana Speak.
Times are
On Ghana Speaks, we come to you wanting to hear your voice. We want to know directly from the people of Ghana, because it is you that makes up Ghana. You can call us on 0539161609, 0539161609, and share your thoughts with us. Over the weekend, what was the conversation buzzing? Recollated results in some constituencies, and after the recollation, some different people have won the seats. What do you make of the recollated results in these contentious constituencies? You would remember that the EC said that some results that were announced were illegal, and that it was going to recollate them and announce them as they should be. The EC indeed was true to its word, recollated the results and announced them. One of the results that was most popular was the Okankwe Central, OKC, where the incumbent MP, Patrick Yalboama, earlier had been said to have lost to Baba Sadiq, who is most popularly known in showbiz circles. And many said that, wow, this seat moving from the NPP to the NDC. In any case, others also thought that, yeah, that's right, because this election has been an election of surprises. Fast forward, it was mentioned that Okankwe Central seat, amongst other seats, some other 9 seats were illegally collated, and the results that were brought out into the public are not results that should be gone by. So the results were recollated again, and this time it says Patrick Yalboama of the NPP is the MP for the area. This was not just for Patrick Yalboama, other constituencies. Tema Central, initially everybody thought it was Ebi Bright. Next time, when a recollation was done, who became the winner of that seat? Charles Forson of the NPP. So these are conversations about the recollation. What do you at home make of all of these results that were recollated and these contentious constituencies? Does it go to bolster our democracy and increase our faith and what we think about the EC? Or you agree with the other side, the brigade, that says that this undermines our democracy as a people and the EC has not done a yeoman's job? What do you make of these recollated results in these contentious constituencies? Call us 0539161609, 0539161609. Let's hear your voice about it. Elections, we told you that after December 7, the election conversation doesn't end. It will continue, it will persist, and we'll have conversations about it. Something that comes once in 4 years. Obviously, when the conversations come up, you want to exhaust them as much as possible. And this time, the latest in the election conversation is recollated results. This election really will be one that we will always look back on and refer to various instances that arose. And this election year has given also prominence to one word: precedent. Maybe one day we would have an English or grammar class on the show and delve deeper into the word, look at the root of the word and everything about it. But if you are not learning any new word from this year, especially in the election period, one thing that you should be learning is the word precedent. It has taken center stage. Everybody keeps mentioning the word precedent, especially when we started looking at conversations about parliament, when the declaration of those 4 vacant seats happened, moving into elections. This word has been making the airwaves. Someone said that if they received 1 Ghana CD anytime they heard the word precedent, they would have a lot of money. And I think I agree with the person. If I could even give myself money for the number of times I use this word, especially on ABC in the morning, maybe I should be buying myself a Christmas wig by now. But all of these have been part of the elections. It's also brought about so much that we could learn. But the latest, like we said again, is the recollated results. What do you make of these recollated results in contentious constituencies? What do you make of them? Let me take you through some of the results that were recollated and who then became the winner. So this time, Martin J. Mensah Korsah retains the Techiman South seat after the recollation. So this time, the seat goes back to Martin J. Mensah Korsah of the NPP. For the Ahafo-Ano seat, Eric Nana Agyemang Prempeh also won the seat. Elvis Osei Mensah Dapa was declared MP-elect for the Ahafo-Ano West constituency. Frank Anodompreh, the majority chief whip, also won the Nsawam Adoadri seat after recollation with some 29,640 votes. And most popular in this, Patrick Yabuamo Okayankwe Central and Frank Anodompreh of Nsawam Adoadri. These have made the names in this conversation. And Patrick Yabuamo declared MP-elect for Okayankwe Central. And Charles Forson also was declared for Tema Central. Abby Bright obviously was not happy about it at all. She was not excited about the turn this took. But many say that, you know, in this conversation, let me go back to Twitter, or X as we call it now. The conversation heightened on the platform. People said that this is what the EC was doing was illegal in itself, and the EC was setting itself up for people to not respect them, to not have any trust in them, to not repose any trust in the EC. But others also came and said that, well, we think you're also playing the ostrich, and in any case, you are burying your head in the sand. You're trying to say that the thing that led to the recollation, you didn't see it. Some 34 constituency polling station results that did not come in, you did not see it. Questions like this came up, and so from different sides of the field, this side had yes to say, the other side had yes to say. Everybody had their own explanation or deductions about the recollated results, and the conversation was just varying. There are 2 seats that will also be recollated, and the EC said that they will be looking at it soon. The Ablekuma North seat that was declared for Irabna Obin, and also the Dom Kwabenya seat that was declared for Eliklim Akrugu. Those 2 seats, the EC will come back to that. We'll see if after recollation it remains as it is, or the results also change. We will see all of these conversations. But for you at home, you who are an electorate, you went to the polls to vote, you're Ghanaian, all of these matter to us, the people who represent us in parliament. What did you make of the recollated results that happened over the weekend? What do you even still make of the recollated results? As all of the conversations have happened, has it opened your mind up to things or dimensions that you had not particularly paid attention to earlier, or this is something you expected? You can call us on 0539161609. The line, the number is on your screen. Call us. We want to hear from you. It is your voice alone and your voice alone that matters. We want to hear from you so that we know what you think about the recollated results. We really want to hear your voice about all of these. That this year's elections has also opened our election system up to a lot of people having their say on the matter. The results have allowed a lot of people to speak on the matter about the election, so much so that now you don't sit on the fence about issues, so to speak. You need to let your voice be heard so that Ghanaians will know what you're thinking. There, when the people in power also hear that the people who have voted them into power are very much concerned about all that is happening, it also puts them on their toes. But this is an election that I dare to say that for years to come, we will be referencing for various reasons. We'll reference this elections for various reasons because of the dynamics that it took. Very interesting dynamics this elections have brought to us. But at the moment, some seats were recollated. The winners have changed. 2 more seats to be looked at, and we'll see how those ones go too. We'll see how it goes. And the EC released a statement 2 days ago. Let me read that statement to you. It says, it was an update on the 2024 elections, disruptions which occurred in 9 constituency collation centers. So it lists all of the 9. I'll try and go through it for all of us to understand. So in the Eastern region, this is the constituency in Swama-Dwedri, and this is the nature of the extent of the disruption. The coalition center was besieged by hundreds of party supporters who violently obstructed the coalition process and brought it to a halt. 2 ballot boxes and 1 BVD were destroyed in the process, and by BVD, biometric verification device. Results of 100 out of 203 polling stations were collated before the mayhem. However, results could not be declared because the process could not be completed. An attempt to complete the process was made on Thursday, December 12, 2024, after results from 143 polling stations were collated. Political parties agreed to pause the process until the following day. The process has since stalled. And then it goes on to, we move on from Eastern region to the Ashanti region. The Ahafua South constituency, party supporters invaded the coalition center on election day, disrupting the coalition exercise. EC officers were assaulted. Attempts to continue the process were met with resistance from party supporters. The process has since stalled. On 11th December 2024, the storeroom of the commission was burnt down and properties, including ballot boxes, voting screens, were destroyed. In Ahafua North constituency, party supporters vandalized the commission's vehicle carrying the ballot boxes and declaration of results forms and burnt the contents in the process. The presiding officers on board the vehicle were beaten. The supporters invaded the coalition center and beat up the election officials, including the district electoral officer, returning and deputy returning officers. All materials in the district office were brought outside and burned. Prior to the mayhem, the officers had collated 79 out of 140 polling stations, including 1 special voting center. The coalition process was truncated and results could not be declared. In Obuasi East constituency, still in the Ashanti region, the coalition center was attacked by party supporters. The returning officer was threatened with an axe and forced to declare the results that did not reflect the final collated results. One biometric verification charger was stolen. And then we move on to the Greater Accra region. In the Dom Kwabenya constituency, the coalition center was besieged by party supporters. They offloaded ballot boxes containing 2024 ballot papers from the commission's vehicle and set the ballot boxes ablaze. They destroyed materials, including furniture and 2 biometric verification devices, and vandalized the commission's vehicle. the commission's driver, assistant electoral officer, and other election officials were beaten up by party supporters. Prior to this disruption, 43 polling stations out of 370 polling stations, including one special voting center, had been collated. Results could not be declared. A second attempt to recollate later on election day saw the collation of all 370 polling station results by the deputy returning officer. Although 3 polling station results were in contention, the returning officer declared the results in the absence of some contesting candidates. Now we move to Ablekuma North constituency, still in the Greater Accra region. On election day, 165 out of 281 polling stations, including one special voting center, were collated. Party supporters besieged the coalition center and beat up the district electoral officer, assistant electoral officer, returning and deputy returning officers. The declaration of results forms were burned. Properties destroyed include ballot boxes containing 2024 ballot papers, biometric verification devices, voting screens, louver blades, and burglar proof. A second attempt to collate results on the 9th of December saw the returning officer and other staff being threatened and manhandled by political party leaders and supporters. They were forced to declare results based on the collation of 219 polling stations instead of 281. The police were present at the center. Still in Greater Accra, Tema Central, party supporters invaded the coalition center and manhandled the district electoral officer, the returning officer, and other election officials. The mob attacked the policemen at the entrance of the coalition center and destroyed property, including ballot boxes, voting screens, windows, and doors. The second attempt to collate results on the 9th of December saw party supporters besiege the coalition center and threaten the district electoral officer. In the process, the Tema West district electoral officer, who is not the officer in charge of Tema Central, was forced to declare the results using 146 polling stations out of 148. Let's move to the final region, Bono East, where Techiman South constituency saw party supporters invade the coalition center and mishandle the district electoral officer, the returning officer, and other staff. The following items were destroyed: ballot papers, biometric vote verification devices, voting screens, power banks, projector, and projector screen. The returning officer was forced at gunpoint to declare results using 135 polling stations out of 282. And the EC says, note, the process for recollation has stalled at the Ghana police station, and they say all of it. So this was the lead up, okay? This was the lead up to the recollation that happened on Saturday. The EC brought all of these to announce, to explain to Ghanaians why it was necessary for a recollation, because most of the results that were declared were done under duress, and this is how the EC explained it. But one thing that runs through all of this conversation is the use of brute force. We've spoken about this several times, especially in the lead up to the elections. One of the things we were drumming and trumpeting here on ABC News GH was votes, not violence, at the poll center. We're talking about the need for just your thumb and nothing but your thumb. We should endeavor that as a nation we move beyond anything that will upset our electoral process. No form of violence is needed in elections because it does not bode well for the integrity of the elections and also the democracy that we so enjoy in the country. 2028 elections will come again. From now, we'll start drumming in again so that it persists in our mind that no violence is needed in elections. What is most important is your vote. So let's keep that and maintain the peace in the nation. That's all for Ghana Speaks today on ABC in the Morning. We'll take a break. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.